Welcome to DeadBeats. My name is Samantha.
I'm Dee.
I'm Trav.
I'm Momo.
And today's question of the day is, man ask woman, can they come to an agreement and ask her how much she needs that reasonable, and says she can't put a number on her child. Then takes him to court, but not the baby father that lives with her and doesn't work.
Ooh,
Oh, that's deep.
that sounds sketchy.
I like the moment of silence.
yeah.
That's all over
Or the
God.
moment of clarity.
You cannot put a number or a price on your
a
child.
child.
But what you can do is you can manage. I mean, if you going through monthly manages at home right now without the money from homeboy, you understand what I'm saying? You know how much groceries is going to cost you for the month. You know how much those type of expenses, gas, electricity. You can try to, finagle how your money is going to already be set up before you even got it. So for her to say, oh, you can't put a price, it's like, what are we doing here? You trying to play games, you know what I'm saying? And when you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes, And I feel like the child is the one that's hurting in the end. Like, come on, just be an adult, be rational, be realistic, and come to some type of agreement where you could be like, you know what? I think 300 will hold it down. It's not for you. That's the problem. A lot of the women, I can't put a price in this, that, and the third, playing all these silly games is because it's not in the benefit. That's not what they're thinking. They're thinking like, oh, okay, I could do this with the bread and I could do this with the bread. When it comes to your child, you know how much you got for your kids and how much you got spent for your kids. You understand what I'm saying? So for the fact for you to say, oh, I can't put a price on it, it's just because you can't put a price on it because you know it's not for you. That's not, when you get that bread, that's not the intentions. The intentions is not for your kids. The intentions is actually really for you. That's why you want to say that. You understand what I'm saying? But then you have somebody in your crib not doing nothing is crazy. Okay? It's crazy because you not holding one man accountable, but you trying to hold the next man accountable. That makes no sense. You understand what I'm saying?
She need help. That's why. Instead of asking the deadbeat, she gonna ask the one that's working. Like,
So I have two different takes on this, right? So I feel like if a man is giving you money for your child, right, for y'all child, right, for me, right, you're gonna use it for what best fits the household, right? Because my son still lives with you, right? Whether it be lights, whether it be gas, whether it be water, whether it be food. But at the same time, I think communication is key, right? Me, I know my kids, right? I know exactly what they like, what they don't like, what they want, what they don't like, because they communicate with that, with me with that. But I also know they're a mom. So part of that is just communicating, right? All right, listen, I know my son has this or that. Me, honestly, when my oldest son was anywhere between 7 and 12, I would pick him up on the weekends, right? Again, this is not my thing. I was never to be a weekend father. That's not my thing at all, right? But I had to go along with what the court order was at the time while I'm still fighting for more. But when I picked my son up, 10 outfits, a couple pairs of sneakers, this, that, and the third, right? So now you have several avenues to go as far as clothes. You don't have to worry about that part as his mother, right? And on top of that, I'm still paying my child support, right? So I think communication is key. What does the child need at that given moment for those, because we know kids, they grow fast. Time goes by like this. It really does, right? I don't think we sometimes understand that, but I think part of it is just communicating with the mom. Now, sometimes the mom may be difficult or the father may be difficult, but they gotta find some common ground to say, listen, I know what my son or my daughter needs. Allow me to be a father or allow me to be a mom, right? Because it could go either way, and do what needs to be done, right? I always felt like a lot of this issue with that particular is policing. Stop policing another parent what they do for their child. I'm not watching you. I'm not even in competition with you. This is supposed to be a unit, right? Even if we're not together, we're still mother and father. It takes two to raise a child. It takes a community to raise a child. I'm not in competition with you. I don't care what you make, how much you make, what you do with your money. I'm gonna do my part. I just need you to be on the same page, right? So a lot of that comes into play where it's a lack of communication, where a person feels like, oh, well, you're not giving me such and such, or this, that, and the third. But a lot of that's communication, right? My son had open heart surgery, right? And this is personal for me, right? The mother bought her boyfriend at the time. I don't really care. It doesn't bother me, right? To me, it's because it's part of his community. Like, he knows the guy. I'm not mad about it. But what bothered me was the fact that if we went to court, the judge says, listen, you have to keep him informed of X, Y, Z. Now, that doesn't mean I can't reach out, right? But I know you. If I reach out and ask you, you're not going to tell me anything because you're standoffish. That's just what it is. But you know we have a court order that says you're supposed to say X, Y, Z with his doctor's visits, right? He has follow-ups every year, right? Now, the date may change a day or two away from the original date that he had the surgery. But if you're not communicating, all right, it's 2 days or a day, I don't know. You understand what I'm saying? So it's just like, we don't communicate effectively enough, even when it comes to money. It's not, it just baffles me that it's a money. Money doesn't raise a child, and time by itself does not raise a child. It's a combination of both. And the sooner we realize that those two elements of understanding that it takes both of those things and not just overall one, it's not the money. You can have, if I gave you $3,000 a month, does that mean I'm raising my son?
No, you're just financially supporting
right?
him.
You're financially supporting your child. But
if y'all want me to keep it a buck for a man, I'm a bank.
ATM.
I'm an ATM. My thing has always, I don't care about no money. I don't care about the bread. I don't care about none of that. Give me my time.
Mm-hmm. Time is priceless.
Give me my time.
The time is priceless, yes.
Give me my time. The money is gonna come, it's gonna go. If I give you $2,000 a month, I'm a man. I'm gonna go get that back some kind of way. Not illegally, because I'm a working man. I know how to do my OTs. I get mandates. Listen, I work for the state hospital, so I know how to finagle the system. And all right, I need this mandate. I don't.
A lot of us equate money as raising your kids.
No, it doesn't.
It takes way more than that to raise
a
child.
And children don't equate money. They equate time.
Yes.
So they're gonna remember when they're adults, like, oh, my dad or my mom taking me here and doing this with me. You know what I mean? So even like I said, it's it's about time. It's the time. Some mothers or some parents, they use money because it's for them. It's not really about raising the kids. Like you said, the question asked, right? Before, like you said, the budgeting, right? She was budgeting that household before that money came, right? So why wouldn't the mother take the money and put it away and save that for the child?
There's icing on the cake. Icing on the cake.
For your kids. So, you know what I mean? You could put that money there. So when it's time for them to graduate, they got this extra cash.
Now, we're not going to act like money doesn't.
No, I'm not saying it's not.
No, it helps. It helps.
So can I give y'all kind of a different scenario on how I'm looking at this question? All right. She got a deadbeat with her.
Yeah.
I don't care about that guy.
I didn't even. Notice I didn't speak on him.
Deadbeat. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't give a rat's ass about that person because that don't got nothing to do with me. That's the person she chose.
Right.
But I want my motherfucking receipts. Period.
There you go.
Because I'm gonna go to court and I'm gonna say, if I'm giving her this money, she has to prove to me these receipts. I'll give you as much as you want, but I need to see that it's going towards my kids, sneakers, clothes, whatever. And just like you said,
I agree.
you gotta have a separate household item in there. Toothbrushes. That's what I did.
Essentials.
And even after doing that, I still bought them essentials for that home. I sent the package, and you know what happened one time? I sent a package, and because they were religious hocus pocus, no offense to religion, they destroyed the items I bought my daughter, made my daughter go to a flea market and buy raggedy clothes because they wanted to be modest and humble. So I want damn receipts. I've been through both
crazy.
sides. I've been both sides.
Yeah, that's
why I
crazy.
said you got to look at it also with receipts.
Yeah.
Forget about the care and everything you want to raise. Obviously, something's going to give because
Right.
once you prove those receipts, they have to let you see that child.
Right.
Because it's proving you already are making that first step of being a parent. Because that's what the problem is. It's more finances. It's not about he say, she say, you can't see the child. Every fight between a man and a woman when it comes to a child is about money.
Yeah.
Bingo. And I saw it from a different view. That's why we need receipts. We need. If you're gonna buy her a ponytail holder and it's $2.99, I want that damn receipt.
So you're saying the other parent is supposed to give the receipt?
Exactly.
But what
because
if they
you
don't?
want more.
What if they don't?
Then that's when you go to court.
Okay.
That you got to fight fire with fire.
Okay.
There's no pity pat. That's my child. You're not gonna take control. You're not gonna take control of my life. I'm gonna make sure my life is controlled.
Yes. I agree.
You can't let that person overlap and spillage over your life, because that's the minute you lose control of what your finances and what you build.
Right.
Excuse my language, but you ain't destroying what I built.
Right. Because you're managing two homes at that point.
Exactly. Especially if you're the breadwinner or the person. I'm the man in our case. I was a breadwinner. I felt like I was taking care of me, my ex-husband, his wife. Like, hello.
You were, not you ain't felt like it. You were.
You were.
I was
You
the bank.
were.
I was
You
the
were.
Swiss bank. That's what I
You
felt
were.
like, because I didn't feel like a regular bullshit TD bank.
You ain't feel like
Motherfucker,
chicks.
I felt like a Swiss bank.
You was the
getting
you was the union.
I was in the
Look,
cha-ching.
you was
Oh,
the-
you're a veteran? Cha-ching,
You was the
cha-ching,
you was the
cha-ching.
union. You was the union.
I pull out like,
That,
I'll be like, damn, I only got like $10. What the fuck I'm gonna eat? I couldn't even eat with the damn food I had in my hand.
See, yeah.
It was
Yeah.
crazy. And then people be like, Sam, why you look like that? Nigga, because they using me as a motherfucking Swiss bank.
Yeah.
What you think?
Yeah.
And my kids all fresh to death.
But what if
Hair
I have
all
a
dead,
question?
like-
I have a question. Like, even though y'all said y'all don't care about like the deadbeat, right? But what if she's using the money that you're giving her or him
She got to prove it.
to the deadbeat?
Right.
That's not my problem. She got to prove the receipts.
Yeah. So it's not even like she said. Honestly, when you go to court, when I tell you I have a file, a folder, a
Of course,
fucking
I can
box
only
full
imagine.
of receipts.
Let's
Oh, no.
do case files. Come on.
Listen, I have two. You know those Target boxes that they got
Yeah.
the clamp.
Oh,
I
they're
have two of
beautiful.
those.
We in the same
So,
boat.
listen,
Jesus.
it's not. It's really. I don't even look at the other person.
Okay.
I don't.
You have to.
I
be
have
that way.
no. He's gonna do what he's gonna do in
Regardless.
her house.
Regardless.
That is her to distinguish.
Got it.
My issue is with her and my
my
child,
child.
and how he's being raised, what I'm providing. Are you using that appropriately?
Okay.
Right? And I can't even police that, because once I give the money,
It's on her.
It's on her to diverse that, right?
Understand.
But I can always go to the court and say,
I would like to receive
listen, I need some kind of checks and balances.
Invoice.
Because
That's the word.
Right.
Invoice.
Right.
I need an invoice.
I need
for all
some
this.
kind of invoice or checks and balances when it comes to my child with XYZ, right? I don't even have to mention him,
Okay.
right? Because dudes are gonna do what dudes do.
No, dudes are gonna do what you allow them to do.
That part
That
too.
part.
That part too, right? But that again, that's not on me. That's on her. She
Understandable.
gotta deal with that ramification of that, right? Because why would you have put yourself even in that situation when you have a child and a man is in your house, no job, he's eating up all the cereal.
It's called that
He's-
wine.
But what if
He's
they-
playing,
what if
he's
they-
playing PlayStation 5
What if
for
they
2
have
hours,
children together
3
too?
hours.
Like, what if they have a
That's
child
not her
together?
problem. That's not my problem.
Yeah,
Right.
but
That was, sorry, you got kids. That's your problem. It's not my fault. My kid is wearing J's and your kid is wearing Kmart. Sorry, it's not my problem. It's
Yeah,
not my
I
problem.
had that. So let me,
Martha.
I'm gonna give you a quick rundown. So my oldest son, right? He has an older brother. When I was with his mom, he basically, when we separated, I would come pick my son up. I would still speak to her
other
oldest
son?
son, and if he asked me anything, I would still talk to him. It was, you know. But she asked me one day, why you don't take him?
Because he's not my kid.
I didn't even use that term. I didn't even use
I
that.
You
didn't
didn't
use
even
that.
say that.
I didn't use that either. That's good that you said
I
that.
said, honestly, I need to invest in my son,
I said,
right? He wants my time. If I'm dividing my time, I didn't even mention her son. I just said, my
left
my
it to
focus
you.
is
No, I
my
didn't
son.
say it like that. Like that's not my. But in
Right.
all honesty, let's
That's
be
what it
realistic.
is.
Like,
That's what it is.
really
Right,
not
right,
my
right.
Kid, so
But
I
I
don't have to
didn't-
pour into somebody else's kid. I'm gonna pour into
Right.
my
So
kid.
my thing with her was, in layman's terms, as you said, right? Just my focus is my son. I have to pour more into my son because I'm not in the same facility
as my son.
and atmosphere as you any longer or him. So I have to make sure whatever I'm driving home for my son is what I'm driving home for him directly.
Well, that's crazy that she even asked you that because then
Oh, she's gonna ask.
What is she doing?
You know why? See, when people use that tactic, it's because it's guilt. You know you had something good.
You fucked it up.
You wanted to run the street like a rat. That's not my thing. Like, you understand what I'm saying? So, with that being said, again, it's no shot at her. But you wanted to do what you wanted to do. I was always there for my son. I got you your first job.
Wow.
What did you do with that job, though?
Don't tell me she lost the job.
No. The day she went for the interview, you're talking to a security guard who you barely know, right? Y'all remember the IOL thing, right? Online.
AOL.
AOL.
One day I'm home with my son and her son, mind you. She at work. I'm getting messages on my computer telling me a whole life story between me and her. How the does he know this?
Oh, he reached out to you.
No, he thought it was her. He was not at work.
Oh, hell no.
So
I'm
he's
sorry.
he's messaging all kind of wild stuff, and I'm like, wait, this ain't my login. So I'm just sitting back watching the messages.